Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of CS card cash on delivery availability by Zipcode add-on. Now this magnificent cash on delivery availability checker extension allows the web store admin to configure cash on delivery to specific zip codes as per the requirement there. This feature facilitates customers' buying experience and enhances customer satisfaction as well. So using this add-on, the customers can check the cash on delivery option availability for a particular product by inputting their respective zip code on the product details page and on the quick view page as well. So in today's video tutorial, I'll be taking you through the workflow of this particular plugin, that's the CS card cash on delivery availability by Zipcode add-on at the storefront, and the rest of the configuration settings that are required for this particular plugin in the admin backend panel as well. But before I proceed further with this particular video tutorial there, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. So right now you can see that I'm on the CS card web store front end, and here I'm on one of the products, that's the memory foam backrest product, as you can see here. And here you can find this particular section for the cash on delivery availability for this particular product. So if I enter my zip code here, I'll be able to check whether the cash on delivery availability on the selected zip code is available or not for this product there. So for example, if I enter 201301 and I hit the search button there, you can see that the status for the pin code, that's this one, the cash on delivery is available. Now the cash on delivery is available for this particular zip code there. For example, now let me change it to something else like 90001 and I hit enter. You can see that the cash on delivery is not available for this entered zip code, that's 90001 there. Now it also depends on when we are going on the checkout there, it also depends on the shipping address that the customer has entered in his profile there, and depending upon the zip code entered in the shipping address, the cash on delivery option would be visible to the customers at the checkout time there. Otherwise, if the zip code that's in the shipping address is not having the cash on delivery there, then the particular shipping method will not be visible there. Otherwise, for example, if we have 90001, the same zip code is in the or let me change it to 201301, and if I have 201301 in my shipping address there, then the cash on delivery would be visible to me at the checkout time there. Otherwise, if it's other pin code like 9001 for which the cash on delivery is not available on the particular zip code, then the cash on delivery option would not be visible to the customer at the checkout time there. So I'll also be showing you that as well. So for now, for example, if I go ahead and I add the product into the cart there to make a checkout, let's tap here on the checkout button. I've not signed into my customer account, let me sign into my customer account. Now here you can see that because here my address zip code is 67895. So if I copy this up and if I go to this memory foam backrest once again, and if I change the pin code to the one that's there in my shipping address and I search, so you can see that the cash on delivery is not available for that particular one. So that's why here as well on the in the shipping address here you can see that the cash on delivery option is not available. And if I try and proceed further, you can see I don't have the other options where I can choose the cash on delivery there. But in the case if the shipping address had 201301, then I would be able to see cash on delivery is available there. Now in the case that I've changed my shipping address zip code to 20130, as you can see here on the shipping options, you can see that we are having the cash on delivery applicable there. If I tap here on the continue button, you'll see that we'll have the other payment options section, and under that we can see COD, the cash on delivery is available for this particular product there, and so we can choose it up and we can proceed further to place the order there. So that was the workflow of this particular add-on at the storefront from the customer's perspective for the CS card cash on delivery availability by Zipcode. Now let me take you to the admin backend panel and let me show you the rest of the configuration and the initial configuration settings for this particular add-on in the admin backend panel. For that, let's hop onto the admin backend panel, and we'll be logging into the admin backend panel by entering the email address and the password and tapping on the sign in button thereafter. Now, to make the initial configuration settings, what we need to do is we need to navigate to manage add-ons, and you'll have already installed the COD availability by pin code zip code add-on there, and it would be visible under the installed add-ons. Now here you can find the cash on delivery availability by pin code zip code, and it provides facility to check whether any product is available with cash on delivery according to the pin code and zip code. So from here, what you need to do is you need to make the initial configuration settings by tapping on the settings option, and here you can choose the option as enable or disable for the option that is cash on delivery for selected pin code zip codes. So here you have to select enable to allow the cash on delivery for the listed zip codes, and disable to disallow for the zip codes there. And after making this configuration, you just need to tap here on the save button. Now after that, what you need to do is you need to navigate to products, and under products you will find cash on delivery availability by pin code zip code, and here you'll find the product list view of cash on delivery availability by pin code zip code. So here you have two different options. One is the list view and the other one is the manage pin code zip code groups. Now under the list view, we'll be able to see all of the products for which we have associated the zip codes for which the cash on delivery would be applicable. So for example, if I go to this memory foam backrest and I tap here on the view option, here you can see that we have the product and the zip codes for which the cash on delivery is available are 20 asterisks. We have used a wildcard here, 01 asterisk and 12 asterisk. Now for 12 asterisk, for example, if I change the zip code to 12001 and search, the cash on delivery would be available. So we've used 12 asterisk here. So after 12, the zip code should be having 12 in the initial there, and that's why we have used it. We can use multiple zip codes as well. For example, 201301, 9001, so on and so forth. And here we can basically use two types of wildcards, that is, one is the question mark and one is the asterisk. For the question mark, any single character in between, and for asterisk, any number of characters thereafter. For example, we have an example for the question mark. We have 9878 with a question mark in the center, then this corresponds to 9878 with any of the characters in the center, 9878 with 3 in the center, for example, with 9 in the center. So if any of the zip codes are there with 9878 in the starting and ending, and any character or the integer value between them, then for that particular one, the zip code for that particular zip code, the COD would be available. Same goes with the 12 asterisk. It corresponds to 12345, for example, 12, and after that 345, 12876, 12098, and etc. So let me save this up, which the cash on delivery would be available for the respective products. Now to add the product list with the pin code or the zip code, you need to tap here on the insert product option that we have, and from here you have to add a new product. So you have to choose a product. So for example, I'll choose multiple products from here. You can choose products from the categories as well. According to category as well, you can do it. Otherwise, we can select the products and add them. So we have two defined items here, like these two products. Now these two products would be having the cash on delivery for the respective zip codes, like 9001, 201301, 30 asterisk, and for 26 question mark 96, right? So we have set these up, and then we have to tap here on the save and close button. Now these two products would be having the cash on delivery available for the zip codes entered by the customers as 9001, 201, 301, or any of the zip codes having 30 in the initial, or any of the zip codes having 2696 and any character in between there. For these zip codes entered by the customer on the product page there, the customers will find the cash on delivery applicable for these two products there. So similarly you can do, and you can tap here on the save and close button thereafter. Now this was about the cash on delivery and the list view. Then we have the manage pin code zip code groups. Alright, so if I go to manage pin code zip code groups, here we'll be able to create the zip code groups. Now let me show you what actually the zip code group is. Now under the zip code group we have three different sections. One is the general section, pin code zip code products, and pin code zip code categories. Now under the general settings, you have to give the name of the zip code, set the status as active, set the zip code insert method as pin codes manually or using a CSV file. If you are using a CSV file, then you have to locate it from your local server, and it should be having a column with the name, pin code, zip code, and having the different zip codes in bulk that you want to import. Otherwise you can manually enter the zip codes as well. Now according to the entered zip codes here, you can assign products for which the COD will be available. Alright, so for these 5 products, if the zip code entered is with the initials 1, 2 and 20, then the COD would be available for the particular zip code. Same goes with the categories as well, so you can assign the categories as well, and for these categories the COD will be available if the entered zip code on the product pages for the respective categories is for example having 12 in the initial and 20 in the initial, or having 201301 or 9001 there. Okay, then you have to tap here on the save button to save the particular zip code group itself. Alright, now after that if we go back to the list view page here, let me go back. Here we also have the import products apart from list view, manage pin code zip code groups. We have the import products with pin code zip code. So from here what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to import products with pin code and zip code. So the CSV file that we're going to create should be having two different columns. One is the product ID column and one is the pin code zip code column. Under the product ID we will be having the product IDs, and under the pin code zip code we'll be setting up the respective zip codes for which the COD would be applicable for the respective product IDs there. So here you have to choose the CSV delimiter as comma if you're using a CSV file, and then you have to choose a CSV file by tapping here on the local option, and then you have to tap on that to import the product IDs and the product zip codes in bulk there. We can also export the products with the pin code and zip code. For that what we'll be doing is basically the product IDs and the product and the pin code zip codes are being exported there. So what we need to do is we need to set up the export options here. Under the export options, what we need to do is we need to choose the delimiter. We have to choose the outputs as whether it's a direct download, screen or a server, and we have to set up the file name. We can set it as per our requirement there, and then we have to tap here on the export button to export the particular file, and the file would be downloaded. As you can see, let's open the file and let's view the details within the file there. So the file is opening up. Let me choose the delimiter here for the CSV file and tap OK thereafter. So here we can see that we have the product ID and the product zip codes. Here we have the product IDs, and here we have the zip codes for the product IDs there on which the COD will be applicable there. Let me cancel that out. So yes, that was much about the CS card cash on delivery availability by Zipcode add-on, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the workflow of the same and how it allows the web store admin to configure the cash on delivery to specific zip codes, and how using this add-on the customers can check the cash on delivery option availability for a particular product by inputting their respective zip code on the product details page and on the quick page as well. If you still have any questions, queries, suggestions or requirements regarding this particular plugin, then you can anytime get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you can raise a ticket at webkul.udesk.com as well. Apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video. and have a great day ahead.